An investigation is underway this morning involving a 16-year-old girl who was found dead at a city park.
Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe law enforcement says officers arrived at the Eagle Butte Park shortly after 6:30 Sunday morning. They performed life-saving measures on the teen but were unsuccessful. Law enforcement says there's no threat to the public at this time as the investigation continues. If you have any information, you're asked to contact tribal law enforcement. Officials are also investigating a hit and run in Pennington County that sent one woman to the hospital. According to DPS, a pickup truck was driving on North Elk Vale Road, which is in the northeastern outskirts of Rapid City, around 10 o'clock Saturday night. The driver hit a 25-year-old Rapid City woman who was walking on the side of the road. She was taken to the hospital with serious, non-life-threatening injuries. Officials are still trying to figure out who the driver is. They described the truck as an older red Ford pickup, model year around 2000, with a broken headlight lens. Sunday was the 40th anniversary of a grain elevator explosion in Marion that took the lives of 3 people. Dwayne Teason was the mayor at the time and one of the first responders at the scene. He says it's a night he'll never forget.
It was an evening that is fresh in our minds like it was just a year ago yet, but it's 40 years already. It's hard to believe.
The explosion also seriously injured 4 other people.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Mudd. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a warm afternoon. Temperatures today will hit the 50s and 60s. This will happen with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies and relatively light winds. A high of 60 today in Sioux Falls, Mitchell, and Huron, 57 in Pierre and Aberdeen, 58 today in Rapid City with stronger winds in western South Dakota. And Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Hundreds of people got a taste of Scandinavian culture in downtown Sioux Falls Saturday.
The First Lutheran Church Bazaar featured handmade and donated merchandise along with Norwegian food for sale throughout the entire church building.
The proceeds go to good causes throughout the community.
It all goes to charities, so none of the money stays with the church, so it's really for good causes that people are spending their money today.
Last year, the event brought in more than $40,000 for local charities.
Parents who want to educate themselves about the dangers of addiction are invited to a workshop this evening in Sioux Falls.
Emily's Hope is hosting a free parent and caregiver workshop. It'll provide parents and caregivers with practical tools and knowledge to understand youth substance use.
Parents can also learn about strategies to prevent it.
I think it helps increase knowledge and awareness, and it also decreases stigma around substance use and mental health. And I think that's important because a lot of people feel often alone or isolated, and I think this helps them to realize that they're not alone and there's people and resources and support out there to help them through all of this.
The Emily's Hope workshop runs from 6 to 8 tonight at the Lincoln High School auditorium.
Anyone, including parents, relatives, and caregivers, are welcome to attend.
The SDSU men's basketball team is gearing up to tip off the season in the Field of 68 opening day marathon at the Sanford Pentagon today.
It's the first game of the Brian Peterson era leading the Jacks. State is set to take on Merrimack at 8, and the team is ready to hit the floor for real.
So it seems like when they're in those days, this date's really far away, but it's pretty exciting that it's here tomorrow, and we're really looking forward to the opportunity.
We've been working really hard at it for a long time, but we're excited to get out in front of the fans and show them what we're about this year.
The earlier games have Mitchell native Ryan Miller and the Murray State team meeting Omaha at 12:30 p.m., followed by Eric Henderson making his return to South Dakota with Drake, who takes on Northern Arizona beginning at 3 o'clock.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, checking the weather this week, looking overall pretty mild for this time of the year. We're going to be above average. It's just a matter of how much above normal we're going to be. Tomorrow looks pretty good. Sioux Falls, we're projecting a high of 64. This air mass overhead is of mild Pacific origins coming on through. It'll go up and down a little bit this week. Not every day is going to be in the 60s, but even in the mid-50s on Wednesday, probably again by Friday. What's interesting, or a little bit more of a talker here, is by the weekend. Saturday into Sunday, this is what's going to happen. We're going to usher in below average temperatures. Now, what's really in depth here is that as we start to entertain that idea, the wind is going to crank up. We're going to see some snow in the upper Midwest. We feel very confident about that, too. So let's see how this all pans out. First of all, day one, pretty simple. Today, upper 50s, low 60s. A couple passing clouds tonight. Don't forget about a fire weather watch in the southwest tomorrow. Pine Ridge, 72. Late in the afternoon, winter will be near 70, and Sioux Falls, mid-60s. So it is a mild day. Wednesday is going to cool back. We're going to pull in some northwest breezes. We'll be in the 50s, still very good. And then on Thursday, we get to go back up. You notice some clouds, too. Some mid and high-level clouds could be a little thicker through that period of time. And then we jump here to the upper 60s in Pierre and Chamberlain. So that much we feel pretty confident about. The weekend, that's where it's going to get a little more tricky. Take a look at this. This gets into Saturday. So at this time, we still have highs in Sioux Falls in the low 50s. That's banking on the timing being correct. If this front comes in any faster, it's going to mean cooler weather in Sioux Falls as well. But look at the temperatures, 30s and 40s on Saturday afternoon in northern South Dakota. A lot of arrows moving, too. There's a lot of wind in that forecast. That's going to bring down the wind chill factor. Sunday, you bet, more of the same. And these are some raw temperatures Sunday afternoon. But look at Aberdeen in that northeast in the 20s. Is that really the real deal? It is. It is actually looking that cold. So that looks more like November to me. And I'm sure some of you are thinking, yep, that's about right, too, here. Second weekend of November, you're going to see some colder weather on a lot of years. 60 degrees today, Sioux Falls. We're going to take that and hopefully take advantage of the milder afternoons. Do some outdoor things if you need to do that. And then plan on the weekend being a little more challenging with the wind and the cooler temperatures. And yes, a little rain or snow chances there on Saturday. At this point, the majority of the data is more bullish on some snowfall from Grand Forks and Fargo down to about St. Cloud, Minnesota, maybe clipping the Twin Cities. So if you're headed that way this weekend on Saturday, keep watching that. Aberdeen, though, we are going to include some snow or rain chances, too, with a high of 46, and that's early. It's not going to be 46 on Saturday afternoon, so be careful on that. A lot of wind moving into Pier 2 at the end of the forecast, and that will set the tone for early next week. Rapid City, you're also going to see windy weather on Saturday. That could be 40 to 50 miles per hour, so enjoy some of the nicer days in the upfront forecast. More details on all those changes of the weather at KELOLAND.com.